When you finally unlock 4-star weapons as you enter Twine Peaks, every new weapon you unlock will have you make a really hard decision. When leveling up your weapons to tier 4, you have to choose if you'd like to make the weapon a obsidian weapon or a shadow shard weapon. Now, these two materials are pretty different from one another, and they come with their pros and cons. I'll lay them out for you so that you can make this decision really easily every time you level up your weapons. But before we jump into this, it's important to acknowledge tier 5 materials, Sunbeam and Brightcore. Sunbeam and Brightcore are just stronger versions of Obsidian and Shadow Shard. Once you upgrade your weapon to tier 5, either Sunbeam or Brightcore will replace the Shadow Shard or Obsidian needed to craft your weapon. It depends on what you choose when upgrading to tier 4. If you chose Obsidian, it will change to Brightcore. If you chose Shadow Shard, it will change to Sunbeam. Shadow Shard is the most powerful out of the two. When you choose to make your weapon a Shadow Shard weapon, your base damage is increased by a lot. Your fire rate will be decreased, but that still doesn't affect the DPS too much, and it still does more damage than Obsidian. At the same time, your durability will be decreased by a ton, usually 75 on most weapons. For the extra strength of the Shadow Shard, you have to pay a big price. Shadow Shard is extremely difficult to find. The only way to farm it reliably is by doing raider and encampment missions and looking for challenges that give Shadow Shard and other crystals. You could also get Shadow Shard from a mission reward, but missions like these are really uncommon. Sometimes it can be found in caves, so keep a lookout for those. Its other form, Sunbeam, is even harder to find though. It can only be found in high-end Twine Peaks. Even I have trouble getting a hold of it. Basically, Shadow Shard is good for damage, but really hard to find. Obsidian is extremely easy to get a hold of. Unlike Shadow Shard, Obsidian can be found in high-end expedition missions. You can get a ton of it by basically just doing nothing. All you have to do is upgrade some unused heroes to 106 or 130 and do good expeditions every day. The expeditions that give Obsidian are the ones with wooden crates. You have to make sure you're doing high-end level expeditions though, because if it's too low leveled, it will give you malachite or silver instead of obsidian. I say any expedition above power level 500 is good for obsidian. Finding Brightcore, Obsidian's stronger brother, in expeditions is pretty rare, but not impossible. Even though Brightcore is still easy to get, both it and Obsidian are pretty common in game. Just be on the lookout for any caves on the map. You might just strike a jackpot on Brightcore and Obsidian. When you upgrade to Obsidian, there are no major damage increases. It's basically the same as upgrading from silver to malachite. The only increase is the typical evolution increase. Basically, Obsidian is really easy to obtain, but has worse damage. So, which one should you choose? Personally, I like to choose both, and I'll explain. When I do high level Twine missions, say 130 plus, I need the most power I can get. Because of this, I put the majority of my weapons as Sunbeam or Shadow Shard. Sure, this comes at the price of insane farming, but I'm willing to do that. At the same time, I keep some of my favorite weapons as Obsidian or Brightcore. I keep them Obsidian or Brightcore just in case I don't have enough Sunbeam or Shadow Shard to craft any more crystal weapons. I also use Obsidian in lower level missions, say 106, so I don't waste my precious Shadow Shard and Sunbeam on easy missions. I choose my favorite weapons, like this Mercury LMG shown on screen, because these are the types of weapons I would like to use more often. I suggest you follow this, it's honestly the best way to go. If you're okay with extreme farming, choose Shadow Shard. I strongly advise not to go full Shadow Shard, but if you're starting your farm often, do it at your own risk. You can get away with all Obsidian weapons, but only till a certain point. If you're just starting out in Twine Peaks, say doing power level 106 missions and below, using only Obsidian and Brightcore weapons is okay. Keep in mind that you'll have to start creating Shadow Shard and Sunbeam weapons once you start doing harder missions. You can screenshot this chart on screen that shows the pros and cons of these materials. So, to leave you off, remember to use a good mix of Obsidian and Shadow Shard weapons. I'll see you in the next video.